Good morning, Sault, Marie, Chippewa, and Algoma. Welcome to First Local Morning on Monday, November the 9th.
Good morning.
Dan is looking a little different today.
Dan is looking very pretty today.
Yes.
How dare he leaves me on my day back?
I know. And he's out on St. Joe's Island, just sitting there probably drinking a coffee, watching us right now.
And Dan, just so you know, it's going to be a high of 20 degrees today, weather.
Yeah, enjoy that weather, because that's going to be the end very soon.
Yeah.
So yes, obviously, Colette Linden is now back.
Hello.
And
guess who's back?
Yes, and guess what else? We also have a new co-host.
He's
very young.
She is very
Pretty sure this counts as child labor.
This is Lily.
This is Lily.
And Lily is a silver lab with beautiful blue eyes. Aw,
wow.
She's so cute.
Hey, Lily.
She's 8 weeks old, right, Craig?
We already got you on camera.
Aww.
Yeah. You got an agent already, or who's representing you?
Can you do the weather? Huh? Is this weather Dan? Just kidding, Dan. Well, welcome to the family, Lily.
Yes, welcome to On TV and Sue Online. Yeah.
So we've got a bunch of...
She's like, what in the world is going on? I don't understand this.
She's sitting really nicely.
I'm only like 9 weeks old. What's going on? Oh, well, I'm going to take a nap now.
Oh, she's taking a nap.
Yeah. She's like,
oh, she can stay.
She's like, you guys are boring me. I'm going to have a nap.
She's prettying up the desk anyway.
Where's my treats?
She just made you look a whole lot better, Chris.
I know. Yeah, my score just went way up in the cuteness category. Hey. Alrighty.
Oh, thank you. Okay. And congratulations, Craig, on your beautiful little puppy.
Yes, there we go.
So cute.
There we go.
I think every one of us has dogs almost who work there, right? Dogs.
Pretty much, yeah. Moving along. Speaking of exciting things, we have two things today coming from the Ontario government in press conferences.
Yes, huge.
We got a couple, I have a feeling these announcements today will be connected to the new long-term care beds that are being built across the province, and then also the training required to help staff those beds, which is personal support workers. The first press conference today is at 9 a.m. It's coming from Queen's Park. Christine Elliott, who's Deputy Premier and Minister of Health, will be there. She'll be joined by Monty McNaughton, who's the Minister of Labour Training and Skills Development, as well as Pragmeet Singh Sakaria, who is the Associate Minister of Small Business and Red Tape Reduction, and also the MPP for Brampton South. So that's at 9 a.m., so make sure you come back for that. And then Doug Ford is on, as usual, at 1 o'clock, but today Ford is coming from Woodbridge. He's with Rod Phillips, Minister of Finance, as well as Monty McNaughton, the Minister of Labour, Training and Skills Development. Basically, Monty's just driving around Toronto today.
He is.
Wishing that traffic wasn't so bad.
And you know, I love Monty. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
he is great. What are they doing in Woodbridge? Wonder why they're...
well, I'm guessing it's probably an announcement for a long-term care home. Okay. With Monty being there. And that would be my guess.
Okay. Well,
I think both announcements today will have to do with long-term care, particularly in the building and staffing.
Okay.
Because with 30,000 new beds, we need to train a lot of PSWs.
Yes, absolutely.
And we don't even have enough right now for the beds that we do have. And actually, there's a couple colleges that are offering PSW training for free.
Yeah, you're saying Conestoga College was one of them, right?
Yeah, Conestoga, and I can't remember the other one, but it's being paid for by an outside firm, and they pay for your schooling as long as you work for them for 2 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
what a great
it's
opportunity.
One of the larger, I can't remember which one it is, but it's one of the larger owners of private long-term care facilities in Ontario.
Okay.
But yeah, basically you do the 8-month course, they pay your tuition, and then you work for them for 2 years.
It takes a special person to be a PSW, that's for sure. But you know, 12,000 jobs is great for the the communities. Well, we're going to move over to the record day for Chippewa. They had 27 new cases in one single day. So now there are 10 new confirmed cases. They have 17 new probable cases, and 0 have recovered. Yeah. So basically, when you put the numbers together, 299 combined confirmed cases, and 91 of those have recovered. And when they say recovered, they mean a 30-day past diagnosis or symptom onset. That's leaving 208 cases active. But Ontario has some really large numbers too.
Yes, we hit a record on a single day yesterday with 1,328 new cases in a single day. Saturday was also over 1,000 as well. Speaking of big numbers, they're still counting the ballots in America.
Oh my gosh.
Which, I mean, I don't know.
Why do they not do it electronically?
I don't know what to say at this point. Well, it's all done. Every state has a different process.
Okay, well.
Most people might not realize this, but there's the Secretary of State federally, which is what Clinton was for Obama, for example. Okay. But each state has a Secretary of State that runs the election for that state. Every state's allowed to do their elections the way they want. There's actually one state that you can still have a mail-in ballot come in until next Friday. and be counted. This is why you don't become president until the middle of January, because they count ballots for like a month.
Yeah.
And then there's recounts, and there's a lot of close recounts as well. I mean, right now, Biden has secured enough to be president, assuming that some of these ballots that come in don't swing back in the Republican direction. Then it could get into that zone of where you have to do a recount. And right now, I think there's 5 or 6 recounts already going on as we speak. But as far as the actual total seats, assuming that no states flip either direction, Biden would have 306, Trump is 232. You need 270 to be president.
Okay.
So it pretty much, like, even if a big state like Pennsylvania swings back to Trump, it's not enough to bring Trump up close to 270.
Yeah.
So it does look like Biden will be the next president of the United States, which also means Kamala Harris is the first female VP.
That's right.
And that is
quite historic. Quite historic.
It's very historic. So this election was obviously very polarized, and now Biden did make a speech this weekend saying he wanted to unite the country. We'll see how that goes. I mean, right now it's very divided, but you saw people in the streets, celebrating.
Yeah. Celebrating
however,
Biden's win.
That also is possibly a way of spreading COVID at the same time, and their COVID cases are way worse than ours too.
I think that was one of the things that worked against Trump too, was the way he handled
the whole COVID-19 thing. I watched a thing last night on Amazon Prime. Can't remember what it's called right now.
Oh, great!
It's like nothing to worry about or something. It's what he said at the World Economic Forum, like back in February. It was like. Nothing to worry about or something. That's the title of the documentary.
I know that everybody else in the legislature is happy with climate change, might be on the table now with looking into climate change with Biden as president-elect.
Yes. And here in Algoma, we also set a record for most new cases in a day.
Yes, we did.
Last night, 8 new cases were announced. This brings our total cases to 55. None of these cases were from international travel. They were all from close contact locally, all in the Sault Ste. Marie area. Everybody's self-isolating. If you haven't been contacted by Algoma Health already, then you most likely were not a close contact, because they have contacted everyone that was close to those individuals.
I think it was the 8th one or one of them. They didn't know how that person had contracted. Yeah. So, all right.
The problem is that with community spread, they don't really know where they got it, right? It's just like, did you get it at the grocery store? Did you get it, in the mall? Things
so
like
wear your masks and wash your hands. Moving over to lettuce for a little bit, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Okay, everybody likes your romaine lettuce, which is what I buy. The Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development is advising consumers not to eat Tanamura and Antal, that's the brand name, of romaine lettuce. A routine sample of the lettuce collected at a Walmart in Comstock Park, Michigan, tested by MDARD's lab division, confirmed positive for E. coli. Further analysis conducted by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services determined that the strain of E. coli recovered from the product is highly related genetically to E. coli. So wash your lettuce, stay away from that brand. But you know what? It's not the first time we've had this warning against romaine lettuce. I feel like it happens every year.
Oh yeah, it happens all the time with romaine lettuce.
Right.
Just the way it actually grows. Last night there was a single vehicle accident in the West End.
Again?
No one was hurt, even though the car did flip on its side. Officials were on the scene. The PUC was called because they hit a hydro pole, and they obviously want to be careful there. But no power outage, and actually no one in this case actually had to go to the hospital. They will be treated on scene.
Which is a miracle.
Which is a miracle when you see the the car flipped on its side, and people had to come out the passenger door. Like up through the top. So.
That's crazy. The City of Sault Ste. Marie is Medal of Merit nominations has opened. Submissions for the 2020 Medal of Merit Award to individuals or groups who have achieved exceptional honors in athletics, cultural or academic fields, or who make extraordinary contributions to the community. So you hand those in. They're available on the city's website, saultstemarie.ca/Medal of Merit.
All right.
Wow, that was bad.
Oh, it's first day back. Nothing to worry
Monday
about.
too.
Yeah. Okay, on the American side, connected to COVID-19, 350,000 Michigan families will continue to get additional food assistance through the end of November. Governor Gretchen Whitmer and the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services announced that. And it just needs to be approved by the U.S. Department of Agricultural, Food, and Nutrition Service. As long as it gets passed by them, there'll be continued food aid till the end of November for families because of COVID-19.
That's good. That's great. The Ford government wants Ontarians to consider taking a staycation. We have heard this word before. I guess we've
also known as just staying in your house and calling it a vacation.
Remember when they're talking about staycations, but they're telling everybody travel to the north, enjoy the north. So the Ontario government is exploring.
Then we get 8 new cases of COVID in a single day. Thanks.
I think that's Thanksgiving related, if you ask me. It's exploring ways to provide Ontarians with support of up to 20% for eligible Ontario tourism expenses, with an eye of encouraging residents to explore their own province in 2021. We do have a beautiful city and areas around, like beautiful beaches, beautiful areas to go.
Yeah, this weekend I went to Harmony Beach, St. Joe Island, and Gross Gap. So.
Yeah, St. Joe Island's a hot spot this weekend. Actually, Sault Ste. Marie's a hot spot, but we'll talk about that in a little
Gap.
bit.
Locals telling me in the air I'm pronouncing it wrong. Okay, moving along. The Kiwanis Club, speaking of travel, their family fun getaway draw has been canceled this year, obviously because it's hard to travel. Yeah. If you've already bought a ticket, your money will be refunded to you, and you will also get a letter because it's a registered charitable event. That they actually have to send you a letter and tell you that it's actually officially canceled, but you will get your money back as well. If you have any questions, you can call them at 705-946-7915 or lakeshorekiwanassm@gmail.com.
Awesome. Now you know Wednesday is Remembrance Day.
Yes, it is.
The 49th Field Regiment from Sault Ste. Marie will be participating in the annual Remembrance Day ceremony. They would like the public to be aware of a ceremonial gun salute in the vicinity of the Roberta Bonder Pavilion at 11 a.m. on November 11th, just so everybody's not calling in and saying, oh my God, we've heard gunshots, is part of the ceremony for Wednesday.
And what do we got going on in weather?
Well, let me tell you about weather. Thank you, Dan, by the way, for throwing me into the weather position today. I'm going to be the weather bunny for the day.
For one day.
Well, let me tell you that Sault Ste. Marie was a hot spot yesterday in Ontario. So I think we reached a high of
20, I believe.
It was 2021. We broke a record. I think originally back in 1960 it was 68 degrees, or 1980 it was 68 degrees.
It's Fahrenheit, though.
Yes, but come on.
Just saying. 68 is a little hot. Yeah. For me.
Geez, thanks for the clarification. It's the sun. Anyways, so we're going to have a beautiful day today. It's going to be a little bit rainy this morning. As you can see, our live camera, which is sponsored to us by wirelesscom.ca. Thank you for your sponsorship. You'll see beautiful Sault Ste. Marie down right there. And later this afternoon, it'll be sunny skies. So get out there and enjoy the day. We'll be right back after this commercial break with more weather.
When it comes to peace of mind, think KC Security Services, a locally owned and operated security service, voted the best security company in Sault Ste. Marie. We specialize in mobile patrols and alarm responses. At KC Security, we also offer stationary guard services for commercial and residential properties, events, and more. Available 24 hours per day, 365 days a year.
KC Security Services, where peace of mind is a matter of choice, your one-stop shop for all your security needs.
Aiden, get dressed. Buddy, no. Almost there. Lift your leg. Yeah. Aiden, get dressed.
For someone with MS, living in a body that doesn't listen to you some days
Get dressed.
can be an act of greatness.
At Maitland Ford Lincoln, we see our trucks everywhere. We see them on Queen Street, Lake Street, North Street, Bay Street, 2nd line, 3rd line, 4th line, Pine Street, Great Northern Peoples Road, Wellington, Cora Road, Bruce Street, Carmen's Way, Northern Ave, Trunk Road. Folks come from all over Algoma District and beyond to buy their truck at Maitland Ford Lincoln. Amazing prices, outstanding service. King Street, Shannon Road, Goulet Bay, Black Road, Everman Road, and even on Pine Shores. Yep, our trucks are everywhere. Get yours at Maitland Ford Lincoln, built for Northern life, on Great Northern Road, just north of the hospital.
What's life without making a few mistakes down the road? A few sharp turns. And doing things for what we adore, but might regret later. A trip to Chuck's Roadhouse isn't one of them. With melt-in-your-mouth AAA steaks, buttery lobster tail, half-priced apps after 9 p.m., an ice-cold draft with all your Roadhouse favorites. Chuck's Roadhouse. Food the way it ought to be, priced the way it used to.
Canada United is a movement to show local businesses some love. Right now, they could use our support more than ever. So we're asking Canadians to buy local and spread the word. And every time you watch our videos or like our posts, we'll contribute 5 cents to small business relief, starting with this video. So keep watching and tell your friends, because buying local can make a big impact. And small actions can too. Canada United. Together we can make a difference.
Melly, did you know that the Bush Plain Heritage Center is celebrating 30 years this year?
Wow, great for them. Did you know that if you're at the Bush Plain Museum, that you're only 12 minutes and 7 seconds away from Maitland Ford Lincoln?
Really? Maitland Ford? It's closer than you think.
It's been a while since I've seen Joe. We were a couple of pranksters, and Joe was always full of surprises. But today, he's the one in for a surprise.
The thing is, Joe doesn't live here anymore. For people living with dementia, getting lost can happen unexpectedly. Are you ready to help? Help people living with dementia live safely in our communities. Contact your local Alzheimer's Society and visit findingyourwayontario.ca.
Nobody's here first.
That's a very interesting theory.
Do you agree?
Well, how can I? I'm not here yet.
I don't have any more time for you. I've got to get back to work.
So do I.
Welcome back. As I said before commercial break, we were the hot spot here in Ontario yesterday. We reached a high of 20 degrees. Today is going to reach a high of 21 again. Right there, you'll see the radar. We do have some cold weather coming into play shortly. Sorry about that. But the average for today is usually 5 degrees, so we're well above that. We are at 20. So this morning on our way in, it was a little bit rainy. But the afternoon, the clouds are going to disappear and the sun will come out. So I picked a great day to come back to work, didn't I? 15 degrees it was on my way in this morning. And again, you will reach your high today of 20. Raining 16 degrees for tomorrow and 16 degrees for tomorrow and 15 again for Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday is when it dips down to 5 degrees. We've got the 7-day forecast coming up as well, which we'll get into. But Chris, I hate to say this, it's going to snow on Friday. So also it was snowing out west, I believe. A lot of different temperatures and weather patterns going on for this time of year. And guess we'll have to wait and see what the Friday brings and how much snow it is. Currently at 16 degrees, high of 20, low of 16. The winds will be coming at you at 36 kilometers per hour. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like I said, 20 degrees for today, rainy and cloudy with a high of 15 on Tuesday and only a high of 5 on Wednesday. So we'll have to pull out the jackets for the morning because I didn't even bother wearing one this morning. That's your 3-day forecast. We're going to have more weather later in the show, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
For all those times.
Every 3 seconds, someone will develop Alzheimer's, a fatal disease that steals your memories and makes you forget the people you love most. Fortunately, there is hope. Today, researchers believe a cure is just a few years away.
It's okay, Daddy, you can go.
Just go. For just $9 a month, you can fund research for a cure and make history by ending this disease.
211, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm really worried about my sister. She doesn't leave her house much. She doesn't even come to our family things. I barely see her smile anymore.
Can you tell me a bit more about the situation?
I think her husband might be... I don't know. Whenever he's around, she's nervous, like she doesn't want to make a mistake.
Do you think that he might be hurting her?
I think so.
Okay, let's figure out how we can help your sister.
A message from the Government of Canada.
And welcome back to First Local for Monday, November the 9th. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. We're brought to you by KC Securities, and thank you to Wireless.com for those beautiful pictures of the downtown that we get to see each morning. We got some Facebook shout-outs. Good morning to Vanyo, Margaret, Giselle, my mom, and Marilyn. My mom's happy that you're back. So I guess my mom's watching the show again now. So that's back. Yeah, and moving along. Okay, Sioux Online, your source for Sioux Sports. The Thunderbirds played twice this weekend. They played the Blind River Beavers. They beat them 6-1 on Friday night, and then they beat them 7-4 on Saturday night. So
way to go.
Good start to the preseason for the Sioux Thunderbirds.
Awesome. And in the NFL, the Minnesota Vikings beat the Detroit Lions 34-20. I don't think the Lions have won a game yet, but
they've won 3, which is the same amount they won last year in the whole season.
They're terrible. Every year
they're
they're
a horrible team.
Absolutely terrible.
Yeah. But the good news is they can lose every game in the season and still have the same record as last year. I mean, it's only up to go right now. And we have Dan and I were talking Friday. They might be able to beat the Vikings because the Vikings actually had a worse record than the Lions did going in.
What's crazy?
Vikings were 2-5. Vikings and the Lions were 3-4.
I'm having a sports conversation with you. This is quite impressive. I know it's going.
Yeah, well, we covered Detroit sports now. Actually, I've watched a couple of Lions games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I watched 2 of the 3 games they won actually. So maybe I'm like new good luck charm. College sports. Indiana smoked Michigan 38-21. This means Michigan's actually 1-2 on the season, which is hugely surprising since they were ranked 13th in the AP poll to start the season.
Wow, good for them.
So they are trending in the wrong direction.
The wrong direction.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So sticking with the NCAAF, Iowa 49 beat Michigan to 7. No,
Michigan State to 7.
No.
Yeah.
49-7, that's crazy. That gives Michigan State 1-2 on the season.
Yep, so both Michigan Big Ten teams are 1-2. Over the weekend, actually yesterday, Jeopardy host Alex Trebek passed away. Condolences to his family. He was actually a native of Sudbury. The NHL has, a couple of people from the NHL have reached out and sent their condolences. He was a Montreal Canadiens fan. The Montreal Canadiens issued a statement to his family, as well as the Ottawa Senators owner, and so did Gary Bettman. Gary Bettman said he considered Trebek to be a passionate and true fan of the NHL. So our condolences go out to the Trebek family.
Sad news, for sure.
Yeah. And we will be back in just a second with your 7-day forecast. Hold tight.
When you support the Restore, it helps Habitat for Humanity build affordable housing for families. How does this work? New and gently used goods are donated to the Restore. The sale of these goods generate funds for building homes. For every $1 spent at the Restore, there is a $4 return on investment within our community. For example, Habitat homeowners have better educational outlook, increased employment stability, improved health, and reduction in the use of social services. Every donation and every dollar we receive through the Restore helps build sustainable housing for future homeowners. Everyone needs a foundation to build a future. To find out more and how you can help, drop by the Restore at 32 White Oak Drive or go to habitatsioux.ca.
December 21st, they're going to sacrifice a young girl.
Escape through a narrow underground high-tension electrical tunnel.
Welcome back. It's time for that 7-day forecast we promised them. Okay, well.
Which you said had snow in it.
Well,
so I'm just
yeah, it
not pay
does.
attention.
But But today, let's start with today first, okay? Today is a high of 20 degrees, so get out there and enjoy the day, because as you can see, as the week progresses, you might not want to get out too often. So on Tuesday, we're expecting rain, 16 degrees is your high. Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday we still have that double digit there, but we're going to start with Wednesday at 6 degrees. You've got some sun and cloud on both Wednesday and Thursday, and that brings its beautiful white stuff called Oh No Snow with a high of 3 degrees on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, unfortunately, your weekend does not look like you're going to be going out doing some walking. Both days have rain in the forecast with a high of 6 and 7 for the weekend.
Friday basically looks like it's everything.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
Look at this. Okay, so Linda, one of our viewers, sent this wonderful photo of her corgi.
Super Corgi.
But we don't know what the corgi's name, so we have named him Super Corgi. He is a beautiful looking dog, sporting his Superman shirt. So thank you, Linda, for sending that in. And we remind you to send in any of your photos to ontvweather@gmail.com.
I think that might be his I'm so embarrassed face right now.
That's that picture that, like, kind of like, you know, the naked one in the bathtub when you're kids and they showed at your wedding.
And
everybody
they show
has
it to
that.
everybody? Yeah.
That's poor Super Corgi. He's so cute though. But yeah, send in your photos. We want to share them.
International Bridge, obviously not much travel going over there other than the essential travel that lasts a little while. They underwent a fracture critical inspection for the whole bridge. It passed. That's lucky, because if it didn't, then they'd have to fix it. They're doing ongoing maintenance right now. They have a new board of director chair, Natalie Kinloch, as well as a new member vice chair, Linda Hoth, who will both be vice chair, in the chair and vice chair for 2021.
Okay.
Alrighty, Ontario, we have a whack load of new cases yesterday.
Yeah, we do.
1,328 new cases in a single day. That broke Saturday's record, which was at 1,132. There's 13 new deaths associated with COVID-19. But the hospitalizations did decrease by 10 people. So that is a good sign in one way, that people are not getting it as badly as they have been in the past if there's less hospitalizations. And we haven't gotten near where the hospitalization numbers were the first time in the first wave of COVID. So if there is a silver lining, it's that there's not as many serious cases this time that are requiring hospital.
Do they give the ages of the people at all, or is it just...
Occasionally they will tell us if it's been someone living in long-term care who passed away.
Okay.
But none of these people were in long-term care, because normally they tell us if any of them were. So, but a lot of cases were obviously in Toronto and surrounding regions.
Well, of course.
So.
Well, just in Chippewa County, their service is by appointment only now, because their numbers are on the rise. So beginning today, actually, all county buildings are accessible by appointment or court hearing only. So just to remind you guys of that. Yeah.
And to make sure you come back at 9 a.m. We will have Christine Elliott's press conference. Come back at 1 for Premier Doug Ford's press conference. Have a fantastic morning. See you later.
Enjoy the weather today.